Yes, what I'm saying is right. Prompt better or lose forever. Because almost everyone is using AI right now. There are 557 million people using ChatGPT every single month as of October of 2025. And that's just the number for ChatGPT. 70 million people are using for Gemini. So you can understand that so much of people are into AI and they are trying to use AI. But then what differentiates you with the rest of the crowd? What differentiates you to bring to the top 1% is the prompts you give. As of the saying, it's a very simple law. Good prompts equals to fascinating results. Good input equals to good output. What you are giving into the AI decides what is the frequency of output you are getting. And the frequency of output which you are getting is everything, because now into generative AI you are generating images, videos, you are making some paragraphs, you are making scripts. So everything matters on the hand of the prompt, whichever you are giving as the input. And in this video, we are going to see how you can beat everyone with just writing a good prompt and be in the top 1% of the AI race. And in this time, the prompt engineering sector is not like a job or something like that. I don't believe in prompt engineering because prompt engineering is a skill. It's a must to have a thing. It's not a everything like a thing. Like if you're into law or you're into some other business and you are having to use AI, then you are going to be better with prompts, and that is exactly how you are going to be. And if you know exactly what are the strategies which you are going to use to prompt better, you are going to get better outputs. You don't need to hire a prompt engineer. And now, with the increase of AI tools and with the betterment of LLMs, we are getting some models which are very good at making better prompts as well. So in this video, you will get to know what is JSON prompting, what are the 7 essentials of a better prompt, the 7 essentials of the best prompt. And in the end, we'll discuss about the workflow which I'm using and the workflow you can use, which is the no-brainer for the best prompts and the exact steps which you have to use. Like in that, you can even go with Google Gemini, or you can make your custom GPT as well with ChatGPT and prompt it to make a better prompt as well. So that is a workflow part which we'll see at the end of the video, starting with the JSON prompting. JSON part is actually the most understandable language which you can give to an agent or an AI LLM. Okay, so if I am giving, I will choose JSON prompting as for the creative jobs, the generative AI. Now, if I have to make an image, I will just go for the JSON prompt, which have all the role, the context, the reasoning rules, stop methods, and the output format. So this JSON prompt will like be the shortest format, and it will be like longest in the width term, but it will be not a whole paragraph of words which you are writing. It will be shortest but the most accurate form of prompt which you are going to give to an AI to make an image or an video. So it makes the accuracy on like it takes the accuracy to 95%. The 5% chances are like you have not explained better, or the JSON prompt has some issues, or the prompt is not good. So now we'll see an example which you can use as to make a JSON prompt. We'll go with the normal example with a normal prompt, and then we'll compare it to the JSON prompt example, like the output of the JSON prompt. Okay, to make JSON prompts, you can go to any LLM, and like I just went to ChatGPT as it doesn't make images directly, and Google Gemini can make images directly. So you just have to put the prompt to make in JSON prompt, and then you can just copy it. It's really small in length, but in width it's actually big, and just then you have to just copy it and then go to any agent to make any creative thing like an image or video. We just made this image out of the prompt which I just described it. It should have dinosaurs and the world should be flat and instead of buildings. It's looking more like an Asgard like a thing. Okay. Now we'll discuss the 7 key essentials of a better prompt, which was given by our OpenAI itself in its documentations, like the exact 7 essentials which should be in a prompt to make sure that the output is exactly what you need, and it's really great. The output is really great. Okay. So the first is role. You have to specify the role of an agent. Like if I'm making some UI UX, then I can just write the role as you are an expert or you are a professional UI UX designer that is really into more of a Gen Z design, or you are more into an technical designs. This much, that much is all you need to write in the role part. That can be 1 or 2 lines, not more. Okay. Now, under the role part, you'll start with the second essential. That is a task. That is the exact task which you need. Like now we discuss about UI UX. So that second point is the task. And now in the task I will just write that I want to make an UI for my login screen and I have to make the settings screen as well. And that will be the task. Okay. That will be as much as you can explain better, explain good. You can just refine it as well. And then the third key essential is the context. You have to give context with more possible images or videos or some assets. You can add some images or you can give links to any website, or you can just give it a context using simple words, or you can compare it with some existing built options. Like I can just write for the UI UX, I can write make it look like Spotify UI UX. The login screen should look like Spotify's login screen, or the setting screen should look like Spotify's setting screen. Now the fourth is not necessary one, but you can add if you have a more mathematical or a more complex task. That is the reasoning. You have to explain it in a simpler language. You have to explain it better. I don't go with reasoning, as my prompts are like more into creative thing. And whenever I'm building an application or an web app using vibe coding tools, then I will go with reasoning as an part of the prompt to explain the thing better. I will just extend it to the explanation part. Now the fifth part over here comes as rules. The rules which are the no-brainers. Like rules should be like the limit at the point where you don't exceed. Like I will just set the line, I will just set a limit for the model to not cross it. Like if I'm making an image, I will make sure that you don't add some random humans into that image. I don't want you to add random dinosaurs into that image. So that is the line which you are making. Like that's a limit. That's the no excuse limit which you have to write, or the rules which you have to write. Now if I'm making a website, I will write it like this, that don't add an minimalistic UI, or don't add more animations, don't add more gsap animations. I will just write as per to what I don't want. So rules are like what you don't want, you can write into the rules part. Now the sixth is the stop condition. If you think that the AI has changed or the output is going in a different direction, then you have to explain it to stop. The stop condition is like a normal stop condition which we have in algorithms or flowcharts in C language or something like that. We just have to make sure that we are explaining it, that if the direction is changing of the code or the direction of the image is changing, you have to stop. This is a not compulsory part, but it's better if you write. Now the seventh and the last one is the output format. The output format which you are getting as an output. So if this is not like an everyday prompt thing, like if you are giving a prompt better, then if you want the output format to be in JPG, if you want it to be in a PDF form, then you can just give it in the last part that the output format should be in this form. And this the prompt should be like in paragraph or something like that. Now let's see what is the exact workflow which I'm using with anti-gravity or to make images using Nano Banana Pro. As we saw in the previous section of this video, the 7 essentials, summarizing it right now, it's just the role, task, context, reasoning, rules, stop condition, and output format. Now the exact workflow which I'm using for the first use case, which is the majority of my whole work, is vibe coding. So the first workflow is like this, that I'm using Gemini, specifically Gemini and only Gemini, because Gemini understands images and websites as well. So if you are giving some context about some design or something like that, Gemini will understand it properly. And then I'm going to give it to Anti-Gravity or Lovable. So Lovable is like a paid platform. Anti-Gravity is totally free. Cursor also is the level best right now. You can use Windsurf as well, and there are like plenty of vibe coding tools. So my preferable is anti-gravity. So this is the exact workflow. I will never prompt directly to anti-gravity or lovable, because I don't think that is more accurate approach which we should go with. Gemini is the best prompting agent for me right now. Gemini has never disappointed me with the prompts. Every time I'm using Gemini fine-tuned prompts for anti-gravity or lovable or cursor or windsurf, the results were shocking. It was not looking exactly vibe coded. It was a professional looking whole website. The whole software was really great. So now moving to the second use case which I am into is image generation. So You can use it as a combination, but I will again give priority to Gemini. ChatGPT is in second option. ChatGPT image generation does not give you the watermark. It's a better thing. But Gemini is good at writing prompts. That is a no-brainer. Gemini is a really great platform at writing really great prompts. So Gemini or ChatGPT, you can give to Nano Banana, Whisk Experiment, which is totally free, Grok, and LM Arena, where you just have to select any model. You can go with Nano Banana, or you can just go with our ChatGPT's model. Whisk experiment is by Google only. You can go at lab.whisk.google or something like that, and then you can access to the Whisk part. You get something around 10 to 20 animated video generations and unlimited photo generations with Google Whisk if you have Gemini Nano Banana Pro. Yes, so this was the exact workflow. Now I will show you my prompts as well. So this is my agent which I just showed you right now. I just made an complete chat for this specific reason, and then I just give it my context, and then it just makes me the whole prompt. Like this is the prompt right here. You can just copy from the semicolon. You can just copy it, and then you can just paste it into anti-gravity or any vibe coding agent which you have right over there. Before ending this video, I just want to let you know a simple line, a simple rule which you have to follow. This theory or all of this stuff, this seven essentials, all of this workflow and all of this JSON prompt is not going to help you. The only thing which is going to help you is more practice. Remember one single line. The more prompts you are giving, the more better you are getting. As simple as that. The more prompts you are giving, the better you are getting at it. And that's the secret behind good prompts. So let me know how this video was. Till then, bye.